Hello from me, Lazarus IDE. Welcome to the next lesson of the course on Introduction to Lazarus IDE. We will work on my second book, Introduction to Lazarus IDE Part 2. Opening the page. Here are the free chapters first. We just finished the fourth chapter, last time with other components for working with HTML. And now we will start the last free chapter, Conditional Constructs in Lazarus IDE. Let's open the PDF file. So, Conditional Constructs in Lazarus IDE and Object Pascal. Conditional constructs allow to execute different blocks of code depending on conditions. But in general they are used in different cases depending on the complexity and type of conditions you want to check. Let's look at and draw a parallel between two of them, case of and if then else, and see which one is more appropriate. That is, when should each of them be used? So, we start with the if then else construct. This is the basic conditional construct in Object Pascal and is used when we need to check one or more conditions, and take different actions depending on them. Here is a simple example with if then else. In this example we check whether the age of a given person is greater than 18 years old, or equal. How is this done? If this condition is true, we display a message, adult, if not true, minor. How does this work practically? So, here we have a variable of type integer age. We set the value, for example 18. And now we say, if the value is greater or equal to 18, then print the message, adult, and otherwise, display a message minor. So if the condition is true, then we display the message adult. Otherwise we output the message minor. So, advantages of this function: first, universal. It allows nested conditions for more complex logic. It can check both equalities and more complex expressions, less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, as in the case we checked here. Also, another useful thing is that it can combine conditions, so you can use and to set two conditions at the same time, which is suitable for more complex expressions. For example, x equals 5 and y is less than 3. The disadvantages of the if-then-else function are, first, with many nested checks the code becomes difficult to read and maintain, and second, it is inefficient when checking many possibilities. For this purpose, it is more convenient to use the case of function, which we mentioned at the beginning of the lesson. That's all for this lesson. Best regards.